Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel are free and easy for you, and they help me out a lot. If you want to go further with your support, Patreon and YouTube membership offer access to the BoshNRoll Discord community, early access to lists, written content, things like that. You can have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use YouTube membership, you also get sweet badges and emotes integrated here into YouTube. You can support the channel while you shop at tcgplayer.com by using my affiliate link in the video description, and you can play any deck anytime by using a cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. If you want to wear your support, check out the merch store. And of course, thanks for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome to another BoshNRoll video. Today, I have a wild one in the chamber. This is a deck from Patreon subscriber Wombatix. And Wombatix has me playing a Phoenix Smog deck that's also a Doomsday deck. This is basically just all of the combos piled together in this base Grixis, but there is green in the mana base too. You need the green for Witherbloom Apprentice and Veil of Summer. But this is mostly a Grixis core. And the first thing that we'll see, or the first thing we'll focus on, is Arclight Phoenix. There is the classic Dark Ritual Buried Alive Arclight Phoenix strat here, which puts 9 power into play. One thing to take note of is that because this deck has so many lands in it, there's no land grant, so it's unlikely that this is going to happen on turn 1. It's much more of a turn 2 play, like Thought Sees You, Dark Ritual, Buried Alive would be the 3 spells, or, you know, Looting, Rite of Flame, whatever. Lotus Petal can make it happen turn 1, but this is not a deck that is playing Phyrexian mana spells or land grants to really try to do it on turn 1. After that, the next thing that my eye is drawn to is Witherbloom Apprentice and Chain of Smog. If you're not familiar with this interaction, Witherbloom Apprentice is a 2-mana 2/2. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Chain of Smog. Target player discards 2 cards. That player may copy the spell and choose a new target for the copy. Chain of Smog. You target yourself. You choose to repeat it until your opponent is out of life points, because you can copy it infinite times. Sedgemoor Witch does the same thing, but instead of them losing 1 life, you make a 1/1 creature. So there's sort of a backup plan to the Witherbloom Apprentice. Sedgemoor Witch can win a game on her own if you're just like Faithless Looting, Rite of Flame, make 2 pests, and try to beat down. Like, that's backup plan, but it also is infinite with Chain of Smog. Then there's this fun of one of Thassa's Oracle, which the reason that's in the deck is there's 4 Burning Wish, and in the wish board over here, there's Massacre, Buried Alive, Chain of Smog. Chain of Smog and Buried Alive are obviously combo pieces, so Burning Wish is just functioning as additional copies of whichever half of the combo you need. Meltdown to answer artifacts, Reverent Silence destroys enchantments, and the final card in the Burning Wish pile is Doomsday. This deck isn't really built with Doomsday piles per se, like the way actual Doomsday is, where you can build a pile to beat anything. I think the strat here is going to be something like Witherbloom Apprentice, Chain of Smog, Witherbloom Apprentice, Burning Wish, and then Thassa's Oracle on the bottom. Like, make them beat Smog Apprentice twice and then Oracle them at the bottom of the pile. I don't know exactly. The specific situation will dictate what we end up doing with the Doomsday, if we even go for it at all. I hope it comes up at least once, because it's pretty sweet. But this is mostly a Phoenix deck. It's got a Witherbloom Apprentice backdoor, and then a super backdoor under the backdoor through the basement into Doomsday. Outside of the 6-card wish board, there's just 9 cards that help you combo. 4 Veil, 2 Defense Grid, and then Abrupt Decay to beat hate. And that's the deck. Even though it's wild, it is pretty straightforward. I think we're gonna play some quick games here. I hope we get a chance to showcase everything that the deck is capable of. Wombatix, this is your Dirty Bird Doomsday, whatever this deck is called. In we go. I'm on the draw in round 1, and this one's kind of weird because it's not super fast, but it does have a bunch of cantrips. I'm gonna keep it. The blue cantrips are something that most of these Phoenix decks don't do. They're playing like Manamorphose and Land Grant and stuff in that sort of slot, and this deck has a lot more sculpting power. Okay, so if I ponder into a black source, I can Buried Alive next turn. And ponder into Rite of Flame needs Volcanic Island to function. All right, I found the black source right away. Can I get 2 Buried Alives on the stack? I cannot. Okay, so I'm going to put Faithless Looting in the hand and hope they're not a Wasteland deck. Right, this is looking Banty. Ice Fang Quaddle in the main phase. That's weird. Why did we do that? Okay, so I can Sculpt a little while, or I can try to go for it. I feel like Sculpting is worth doing. If I could find even a single Thoughtseize to check their hand with, I'd feel a lot better about this situation. I could also Chain of Smog them, just for value, see if they want to send it back, and who wants to live in this world? Okay, so if I chain them, and they send it back, I would discard Faithless Looting and Brainstorm. And then if they send it back again, I would have to discard Brainstorm and Rite of Flame. That's not bad, though that does stop my 3 spells from happening. I could also just save that to combo with. It sucks that the Buried Alive combo gets got by Endurance and Force of Will. I'm actually just going to chain them. Let's do this. Because Faithless Looting and Rite of Flame both have text in the graveyard. And they might have Uro, but other than that, I don't think they're going to be doing a lot out of the graveyard. And I might just get a Mind Rot here, depending on how they value the cards in their hand. They discarded 2 Hull Breachers. Oh, they sent it back. You love to see it. Brainstorm and Faithless Looting. I'm going to send it back again. We're going to get absolutely filthy here. Uro and Ice Fang. And they did send it back again. So I'm going to discard Buried Alive's on top of my deck. No, I'm glad I remembered that. I'm going to discard Buried Alive and Brainstorm. And I am done copying this spell. Let's hope that was enough. They have 1 card left in their hand. Guess I hope it's not Force of Negation. Okay, Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Buried Alive. Can't Force of Will. Nice. They can Endurance. I really hope that's not what they kept in their hand. Alright, we're hooked on Phoenix. And this Quaddle is delightfully sideways, so it doesn't even get to block. I wonder what card they kept in their hand. They're a card short of escaping Uro right now, which is good, because I need it. Need everything I can get. And just attack with all my Phoenixes. Their Quaddle does have Death Touch right now, but they're still dead on board if they block. I guess that's not true. They go to 7 when Uro comes back, and then they go to 1. They get to draw some extra cards and gain some life over the next few turns. Yeah, Uro might actually be tough to hang with. It'll depend on if they can find any removal. Thassa's Oracle, hell yeah. Okay, put you back to 1. And they can go up to 4, and then they're dead. I'm going to play this land. I'm trying to rebuild for a Faithless Looting turn, where looting can get my Phoenixes back somehow. I'm not sure how realistic that is. Karakas can bounce Uro and gain 3 more life this turn if they didn't find a spell that saves them. Oh, white mana. My worst nemesis. Oh, Hardcast Terminus. That's fun. Sure. Alright. Time to rebuild. Dark Ritual, Faithless Looting. Yeah, if the Faithless Looting hits any spell, we're in business. Time to look at the deck and see what color spells I want to leave up. So there's 8 blue spells, 8 red spells, 8 black spells. Perfect. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. I've spent 2 of my blue spells already and 2 of my red spells already. I think leaving up Badlands is the play. So I cast Dark Ritual off Bayou, and then I Faithless Looting off Volcanic Island, and hope that I find a spell I can cast. Yes! We did it, fam. It's even Thoughtseize. Hooked on Phoenix. I did just have to discard the Thassa's Oracle to that Faithless Looting, though. So I showed them there's even more going on than they know about. Defense Grid seems pretty relevant to this matchup. I also like Veil of Summer, though the Witherbloom combo gets broken up by Swords to Plowshares, and there's not really anything you can do about it. Because this combo involves going Hellbent, like you do discard your hand every time you copy a chain. At some point you'll be out of cards, and even if you can like start it with protection, they can just like take 4 and then kill it when you're Hellbent. But this deck doesn't protect itself anyway, other tn 3 Defense Grid. I'm gonna get off of Thassa's Oracle, I think. Chain, I like. Sedgemoor Witch, is that ever gonna play, or am I gonna have to combo this opponent? Sedgemoor Witch. So Sedgemoor Witch is like one of the few things I can do that's actually fair. Should I go thinner on Buried Alives? I still have the Burning Wish if that's what happens, but this is an endurance deck, which is something I'm a little concerned about going through the graveyard for. If I'm thinner on Buried Alive, I can be thinner on Dark Ritual also. I don't know. I don't think I'm getting 6 cards in this deck. Maybe I just bring in the 2 defense grids, leave Buried Alive in, cut Thassa's Oracle, and one other card. Yeah, sideboarding is the hard part with any deck like this. Maybe I'm supposed to pick a combo and dig in on it rather than still splitting the difference, but I like splitting the difference. Wow, I'm completely paralyzed, running out of time here. I'm going to have to submit 61 because I can't figure it out in time. If there's a game 3, I'll spend all 3 minutes figuring out what I'm supposed to cut here. Okay, no mana in this hand, which is otherwise pretty dope. Mulligan. Okay, now we're in. Keep this one, send Phoenix to the bottom. I can curve Thoughtseize into Defense Grid, and then hopefully Brainstorm can save me. This hand is all defense, no action. De-silence, alright. Well, gonna have to do some work this game. Oh, there's Chain of Smog. And that's a 1-of in the main deck, so it's nice to see that now. I'm gonna get Underground Sea first, because my hand is blue and black. Like, this Brainstorm will eventually be part of my plan. Thoughtseize now before they can hold up Veil of Summer. Ponder, backup, de-silence, Force of Will. I'm taking the Ponder. My plan is, like, my only way to remove Deafening Silence destroys all enchantments, so the second one doesn't matter. And Defense Grid's about to brick Force of Will anyway. Rite of Flame is obviously terrible. And I think I need to get Taiga here to just set up all my colors. There's Grid. So they are at a point where they have 3 mana. So Force of Will is not a problem if they can come up with it. God, they're doing something in the main phase. Jesus, fuck. Okay, well, they've drawn extremely well this game, and I don't think there's much to be done about it. I guess we saw 2 Hull Breachers main, so we should expect this sort of action out of them. Buried Alive. Okay, I need Burning Wish at this point. I have to assume Days Undoing is in this deck. Probably in some large quantity. Fresh Narset, yeah, they're just aggressively digging for their Days Undoing. Come on, Burning Wish. Verdant Catacombs. Not the most helpful. I could bury my Phoenixes right now. But also, wait. Is waiting helpful? And I can't get the Phoenixes back anyway, and drawing one to attack with actually isn't the worst thing here. They tried to Brainstorm in my end step, but I have Defense Grid. A Defense Grid plus Deafening Silence is a pretty funny lock on this game. Force of Will. Alright, so they have Force Blue card, Force Blue card. They can only cast 1 per turn. Faithless Looting. Ouch. Yeah, this Narset is just doing way more than the Deafening Silence is, actually. At this point, we're basically just waiting for them to cast Days Undoing. I mean, yeah, resolves. Thoughtseize you. Right now, all the getting's good. Very Macabre, good to know. Swords to Plowshares, Brainstorm, Icefang, Coatl. I'll take Brainstorm. Play my land. Oh, Uro. Okay, that's a real win condition. And Ponder, they can escape Uro next turn, and then we die very quickly. And Coatl. And all these creature spells, that's cheating. Okay, now I'm dead. Uro's coming up next turn. I can't really erase that anyway. in the amount of time it would take me to Burning Wish, Reverent Silence, and assemble a combo, we're going to be dead in 7-point chunks. Okie dokie. Well, Abrupt Decay's stock just went way up. Defense grid's still really good. I could just burn off the Rite of Flames. Rite of Flame casts Looting, Wish, and Phoenix. But Buried Alive, the Dark Ritual's better for Buried Alive and Witherbloom, which are the core combos. Yeah, Abrupt Decay is in that spot. So now I have the 3 Abrupt Decays main, plus the Reverent Silence in the board that can answer Deafening Silence, plus all the Thoughtseize in the main. Doomsday is pretty sick against the Deafening Silence plan. Just having Oracle in the deck doesn't cost me that much. Well, I registered 61 cards last time because I couldn't figure out what to cut. Maybe I should cut on my Brainstorms in the face of this Narset Hullbreacher deck. No, I think the plan is to be like set up and attacking before they have 3 mana. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna keep all my cantrips in. I'm just gonna keep in mind that they are a deck with probably 6 or 7 Hullbreacher effects in it. Alright, Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is a card that I like. I'm gonna get... I guess it's Badlands. Thoughtseize you. Deafening Silence Days Undoing Brainstorm. I have a choice right now. I can wait until next turn, play Sedgemoor Witch, or I could Faithless Looting right now, hope to hit any 1-drop off of the draw 2, and then Lotus Petal, but that's still only 1 Phoenix. Yeah, that's not even good. Teferi's really strong. Could take this Brainstorm though, run out my petals, and then just drop Sedgemoor Witch next turn. Oh, this is tricky. Yeah, I am actually just going to take Brainstorm and drop these Lotus Petals into play. Okay, please don't draw Force of Will. Attic Vista. I guess that was their only white source, huh? Okay, so a land would be great. Be Storm action. Alright, I'm just casting Mama Sedge. No, you fucking psycho. Alright, well, they drew Force of Will off the top of their deck after a Thoughtseize. What are you gonna do? Okay, it's time to Faithless Looting. Phoenix in the graveyard, and yeah, this is getting really bad really quickly. Alright, now this Deafening Silence is basically unbeatable. I wasn't planning on this game taking this long. Like, we needed to fade Force of Will last turn, and then Sedgemoor Witch could just coast to coast. But obviously, that's not where we ended up. Yeah, this is such a beating. I'm going to Thoughtseize now. There's no reason to start setting up a Lotus Petal into Burning Wish line, because I can't cast Reverent Silence with without a forest anyway. Like, I'm going to need a land either way on that plan. Okay, there's the land. I'm going to fetch Tropical Island and Burning Wish for Reverent Silence. Reverent Silence is in my hand now. A Prismatic Ending and 2 mystery cards. 1 mystery card. They did just make their 5th land drop. Could be Force of Will over there. If my opponent has indicated anything to me this game, it's that they're really good at drawing Force of Will when they need it. Okay, Reverent Silence. Well, their thing's gone. I want to play Brainstorm. If they drew a Hullbreacher, I'm going to wish I ran out my Lotus Petal. If they didn't draw a Hullbreacher, I'm going to wish Lotus Petal was in my hand. Okay, you don't have Hullbreacher. They did not have Hullbreacher. Okay, I can put back... I can get a Phoenix into play this turn. They only have 3 colors of mana. Put back the 2 petals. And cast Ponder. Shuffle this. Faithless Looting. I can look for another Phoenix. I already had 3 spells, but... Okay, Burning Wish is the last card in my hand. Go to combat. Attack Teferi. Okay. Prismatic Ending and 2 mystery cards versus my Phoenix that they couldn't answer last turn. Alright, Re-Teferi, bouncing Phoenix is pretty good. If I draw a land, I can just cast my Phoenix and we're back in business. Burning Wish. What's in the sideboard right now? There's a Buried Alive, a Chain of Smog. The Doomsday's there, but I'm not even close on black mana. Burning Wish for Rite of Flame. I could Burning Wish now for Rite of Flame, and then set up a Faithless Looting next turn. I actually like that. Burning Wish, grabbing Rite of Flame, and then pass it over to you. Oh no, they have something. Ice Fang Quaddle. Alright. I would like to avoid Hull Breacher for a turn, because I want my Faithless Looting to actually do looting shit, and not just be a brick. One mystery card still in the hand over there. They're holding back their Quaddle for blocking. The Rite of Flame makes 2, which can cast Burning Wish. Rite of Flame, Burning Wish. I'm 1 short on Buried Alive. We could Brainstorm and see what happens. Yeah, committing to 1 bird at this point with the Teferi seems kind of bad. So Brainstorm, Rite of Flame, Faithless Looting is also 3 spells, and I can save the Burning Wish. Okay. Brainstorm, please don't have Hull Breacher. Nice. Put back 1, 2, Rite of Flame, Faithless Looting, guard 2 Phoenixes, play my land, go to combat. Fuck. Oh, they have Days Undoing right now. That's clever. Okay, that shuffles my deck and gets rid of my Phoenixes and gives them a fresh 7, which is really the important part here. Bummer. I hope there's Underground Seas. Just making sure there's still fetchable black sources in my deck. Thoughtseize you. I have to do it now because they're kind of a combo deck. Now they can hide their combo. Yeah, that was a good card for them to have. Just the split card, Graveyard Hate, and draw 7. Really good stuff. Full deck. Okay. Well, that looks really bad. They have basically infinite mana. They can operate at instant speed with all their shit. Kind of relieved to see Uro somehow. At least compared to Hull Breacher into Days Undoing. Uro isn't that bad. We're still dead in 2 turns. And I can't Doomsday now because I don't have enough life. Jesus. Okay. Okay. If I draw Reverent Silence off the top, maybe we can play the game. Alright, Sedgy Witch is not the worst I've seen. Okay, Sedgemoor Witch. Please don't force a will this. Cool. Faithless Looting. I get a Pest. This can at least help mitigate the imminent clock that is Uro. Discard Arclight Phoenix and one of these lands. Right, I have Decay now for Silence. Listen to me planning out a multi-turn game against this 7-card hand. Like, that's gonna happen. Uro attacks. Block with my Pest. I gain a life. Go to 14. They have basically infinite mana here, so Defense Grid doesn't even really protect me from anything. They could even double spell right now on my turn. Not if they keep tapping mana, though. I'm gonna fetch now for some thinning. I don't want to draw a land at this point. I'm to Bayou, basically at random. I'm not gonna pretend I had a plan for that. And Narset's a huge beating. Obviously, Faithless Looting would have been part of this plan. Okay, Abrupt Decay, Deafening Silence. Any road to victory starts with that. Allowing my Witch in response. Unfortunate. Yeah, I can't even Dark Ritual in response to that. I get 1 Est for the road. And then fetch. Get Badlands, and then Defense Grid. I can put this Phoenix back into play this turn. Right, they forced that. Dark Ritual. Discard my hand to put Phoenix into play. I can't draw a card. I discard the Brainstorm, which was dead anyway. Now Phoenix arises into the wall of Quaddles, and Bant is too good. We are done. They're obviously the combo-y Days Undoing version of Bant, but Bant control, just as an archetype, no matter what you do on the fringes, is really well set up against random bullshit, and this deck definitely counts as random bullshit, but their list is particularly hateful. On the play in round 2, I Can Ponder Rate of Flame? Yeah, I'm going to keep this. I have a turn 1 Phoenix. I can even Ponder first. See what happens. I think I need to get Volcanic Island here. Oh, it is hard to say because my hand is all these different colors. Oh, right, this is Verdant Catacombs. I can't get Volcanic Island. Perfect. I guess I'm getting Underground Sea. And Ponder. If I find a second Phoenix, I'm going for it. Oh, Buried Alive. Do I wait a turn on Buried Alive? Yeah, I guess that is the play. Oh, wait, shit. I forgot that the Ponder... I lost count of something. I should have gone for Buried Alive right now. Whoops. Okay. Pass the turn. Hope you're not a Wasteland deck. Basic Forest. That's probably good news. Oh, wait, no, it's not. They could crop rotation. Shit. Okay, so I probably want to Brainstorm then. Yeah, Brainstorm, Ritual, Buried Alive is 3 spells. Brainstorm, put the Phoenix back in the deck, and I think I want the second Buried Alive. No, because if they have crop rotation, that's not going to matter. Okay. Brainstorm, Dark Ritual, Buried Alive. The play I should have made on turn 1, but now they have crop rotation. Let's see if this works. Oh, they're coming in. Okay. I'm surprised this happened. What Legacy deck goes Forest Go without even a crop rotation? I don't even know. Like, I got very little out of this. Like, Elves wouldn't keep a hand that doesn't do anything on turn 1. Green-white, I guess they might have kept a hand with Sylvan Library. Weird. Okay. I feel like chain combo is going to be important in this matchup. I just get that vibe. I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. I think I went Defense Grid regardless. The Oracle is definitely the weirdest card on the edge. I'm sure there's cool spots for Doomsday, but as far as just coherently executing a game plan, Grid, I feel like Oracle's going to get cut for Grid a lot of the time. And I think I'm going to cut a Rite of Flame. Like, I can wish for a Rite of Flame, which is actually a way to build Storm if I decide that's something I want to be doing. I just want my most efficient protection and my most efficient combo, and I have both of them right now. We got a pretty quick set of Phoenixes here. It's not turn 1. I have Rite of Flame into Buried Alive. I would need another Ritual to make it turn 1. Oh. Suddenly Underground Sea after Basic Forest concede game 1. Oh, my life is pain. Well, I can Brainstorm here. See what happens. I'm mostly looking for Thoughtseize or Defense Grid. I could also just land Go now, and then next turn Brainstorm with mana available to Thoughtseize if I find Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm not going to try to turn 1 this deck now that I've seen blue mana. I feel like they played that Basic Forest game 1 just to fuck with me. There's a Phoenix. I'm going to Brainstorm now. Phoenix is a good one to get rid of. Yeah, there's no Faithless Looting in my near future. Though, if they want to get scrappy here, I could keep a Phoenix to attack with it. Well, apparently they don't want to play this game anymore. I don't know what just happened, but we're on the board. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. On the draw for round 3, Rite of Flame, I can turn 1 Burning Wish, I can turn 2 Buried Alive. I'm going to keep this. I feel like this has potential. I have the perfect Underground Sea Taiga mana base start. What is something worth wishing for? In the main deck, the wish board doesn't really have a lot of utility the way that like a Ruby Storm wish board would have. These are combo pieces. Full stop. Taiga is scary. Taiga Go is probably lands holding up crop rotation. And losing to Wasteland does not sound like a good time to me. I could just Burning Wish for Chain of Smog right now and put them on notice that if I ever get 4 mana, they're dead. But they would also then know that they should be wasting me, which I don't want them to know. Okay, I'm just going to pass the turn. Where's the Saga? Okay. All right, deck. How about something with a burst of mana attached? Phoenix is not what I'm looking for in this spot. I'm going to cast Apprentice. Let's just put this card into play. It does die to Punishing Fire. Let's just hope they don't have one. But this at least does anything if the rest of the combo fails. Fuck! Alright. They had the Punishing Fire. And the Wasteland. Alright, we're dead. If I draw Faithless Looting, there might be a plan here. Lotus Petal. Are you any good? Rite of Flame, Buried Alive is only 2 spells. If I Lotus Petal for Burning Wish, it doesn't really get anything. Like Massacre you can play just as a spell. I could Burning Wish for Chain of Smog, and next turn... Ugh, no, that's bad. I think I just have to pass the turn and hope they don't waste me. I don't even want them to see that I have this Lotus Petal. Wasteland was pretty much guaranteed to be a problem in this match throughout, or against this deck, because we're on this kind of thin 4-color mana base. We have the like Scalding Tarn, Bayou mana base, and the Verdant Catacombs, Tropical, or whichever one that does it. Like there are multiple fetch lands that don't fetch multiple duels in this deck. Loam just picked up the Wasteland, so, and they still have their land drop from Exploration. I'm gonna keep... I'll take another draw step, because Faithless Looting could still somehow play this game. Well, there it is. I guess I will make my move right now. Make red, Rite of Flame, Faithless Looting into a spell, and we're good. And by good, I mean... not literally dead right now. I can Ponder, or I can Burning Wish. Is there anything I should be Burning Wishing for? I could wish for Meltdown and fuck up their Saga in the future. If I had fetched for a different land, I could have Reverent Silenced here. I'm gonna Ponder, I guess. Another Faithless Looting. And another land, more importantly. Okay, I'm gonna play Petal and cast Burning Wish right now, because I don't know that I'll have 2 mana ever again this game. And I'm gonna get the Meltdown. That just gets ahead of the Saga that I know that they're dredging up. And they have the Mox Diamond in play, Urza Saga in hand. Oh, or they just have Dark Depths right now. And Maze of Ith. The mystery cards in their hand were Dark Depths and Maze of Ith. You got it. Do I have any answer to that other than comboing it out? No, I am not capable of removing a Merit Lage from play. I can chump block it, and more than once even, but they can remake it every turn. I could Meltdown, clear out their Mox. I could Burning Wish or Chain of Smog, try to spike the combo, but they have Loam Wasteland running, so even that doesn't do it. Yeah, there's not really a path to victory here. Bummer. I got pretty excited there, but we're dead now. If the Wasteland wasn't also happening, we could tread water against this Merit Lage for a while, but we're going to be on no permanence very soon. And I can't even really like push for damage around it because of the Maze of Ith. That Punishing Fire was really good. Everything they did was really good that game. It's like they're cheating. I think I want Abrupt Decays. They're going to have Hateful Permanence. If Oracle's going to work against anyone, it's probably lands. But I'm still not sold on it. Sedgemoor Witch is actually kind of shitty. Oh, it's just one of those things where it's like, are they going to have Maze of Ith, where Sedgemoor Witch is great, or are they going to have Tabernacle, where Sedgemoor Witch is the worst card in my deck? So Sedgy coming off Dark Ritual is just another powerful turn 1 play I can make. Don't think I'm going to want to Thoughtseize this deck very often. Though Thought Seizing to clear the way for my combo does matter. Oof, this shit's hard. Alright, this is what I'm doing. Why are Legacy decks so good? Why don't they just let me execute my combo like I wanna? Yeah, I can Rite of Flame into 2 Faithless Lootings, or I can Thought Seize, Rite of Flame, Faithless Looting. Yeah, this is a keep. I can get at least 1 bird here. Thought Seize. Sphere, Force of Vigor, Crop Rotation, Mox Diamond. Do I care about any of this? I definitely don't care about Force of Vigor. Sphere's a problem later on, but it might hurt them more than it hurts me by the time it matters. I can't take the Maze of Ith. Fuck. Maze of Ith's the one I actually want. By taking Crop Rotation, I also effectively take Force of Vigor. Wasteland, Maze of Ith. Those are literally the 2 perfect things. Okay. I'm going to take Crop Rotation. Then Rite of Flame. Hope Faithless Looting finds another Phoenix. Yes! Never didn't have it. Okay, so we have dodged the Wasteland Crop Rotate for Tabernacle play. We are ahead of Maze of Ith. Enough to actually be pushing damage. I think they'd be crazy to play their Sphere in this position. Seems they would agree. Okay. Now I can cast my Apprentice. Okay, this is somehow weirdly coherent. I'm gonna get Taiga to match up all my colors. And green, black. Yeah, what we needed was a powerful turn 1, and we got it. There's Yavimaya. Sylvan Library is a good card. Chain of Smog off the top. No love there. I can Faithless Looting, though, which does push for 1 extra damage. That Flashback Looting. This digs. Another Apprentice. I think that's better than the Dark Ritual. Just more creatures to swarm here. Anything to push damage right now is a good thing. Alright, they're at 5. They are, in fact, dead on board. They're not going to get a whole lot of love out of this Sylvan Library. Awesome. Finding that second Phoenix off the YOLO Faithless Looting turn 1 was life and death. That was the whole game. Okay, confirmed that the Spheres are in their deck, but we knew that would happen. So the Abrupt Decays feel good. If they turn 1 a Sphere, I'm just in trouble no matter what. I don't think putting Meltdown in my deck over leaving it as a wish target is better than having it as a wish target. Like cantripping for it versus wishing for it, not great either way. If I'm going to have to go slow, maybe I do want access to the Oracle line. I could go down to 3 Phoenixes. That makes Faithless Looting worse, though, and I think I need every angle available. Maybe I cut a Ponder, or on the draw, Thoughtseize is worse than it was on the play. Though it still clips Crop Rotation where it matters. Okay, I'm going to do this. Oracle's back in. I'm going to give myself the chance. Alright, I left 2 Thoughtseize in the deck, and I have them both. I'll keep this. Uh-oh. Getting sphered. My life is pain. Okay, do they have the Wasteland to back it up? Please don't. Alright, pass the turn. Oh, they have nothing. Interesting. In that case, I'll go for a Thoughtseize on you. They'll probably Crop Rotate in response just to get some... Oh, okay, that's much better. Shit. Ghost Quarter. I don't have any basics in my deck. Oh, good. They didn't identify that immediately. Can I overpower the Sphere? Certainly not. Well, Rite of Flame is mana neutral. The next one's mana positive. Dark Ritual's mana positive. So I actually do have 5 mana here. But that's not enough to do anything. I guess I could just Burning Wish for Meltdown right now. But if they Ghost Quarter me next turn, it's going to be too late. I don't really want to let them untap into more options, but I also don't want them to know what they need to do with their Sylvan Library. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to kill the Sphere now before they can have another Veil of Summer available. I want to make sure I have black mana available, and blue is currently missing, so I think Underground Sea is the fetch that checks all those boxes. Alright, it sucks that I have to do that. I mean, there might be an argument to going after the Sylvan Library, because they clearly missed a land drop on a previous turn, but with the sphere in play and the Ghost Quarter threatening, it's just not a good scene, regardless. I think that they are representing Dark Depths right now. That was a really good draw, and I have a shitload of mana. Can I actually win the game right now? So Rite of Flame makes 2. Spend 1, get 3. Then I have 4 red. Dark Ritual gives me 4 red, 3 black, and a green. So I have 8 total mana, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can Thoughtseize them and then also Witherbloom them. Okay. Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize. Yeah, I need exactly 3 black to execute this line. Thoughtseize you. Fuck, you have 2 Punishing Fires, you dick. I'm mad now. Oh, what the fuck? That's like exactly what they needed to make that not happen. But that does mean that my Phoenixes can ride. Alright, I'll take one of the fires. And then... Alright, slight change of plans. Do I have enough mana to pivot onto Buried Alive instead? If I Rite of Flame, Rite of Flame... You know, I could just Buried Alive, save the Witherbloom and the Rite of Flame. Yeah, that's probably better because they would spend Punishing Fire on one of my Phoenixes this turn, and then Witherbloom is still in my hand with a spell for a following turn. Okay, fine, that's the play. Oh, we were going to get to Witherbloom. Get Buried Alive. Bury my Phoenixes alive. And we will put them to a different test. And I'm still threatening Apprentice. Okay. Their last card in hand is Exploration right now. In for 6. And now I can play Witherbloom just on board as a creature because the fires are accounted for. Okay. They didn't seem worried there, which worries me. I'm going to attack with 1 Phoenix in case they found crop rotation. Yeah, because if they found crop rotation, I lose. 1 Phoenix. And then I think I also want the Apprentice in play. Green, black. I was right. Oh, they got Grove instead. All right, well, at least this line tricked them off of killing me. Though I'm not sure that I can beat Punishing Fire either, to be honest. And I'm going to save these spells to try to reload my Phoenixes next turn. That sucked. They went to 6. Bold. Life from the Loam, targeting... Alright, there's a Dark Depths in their hand now. And they still have the Exploration. So they can Explorate and then do 2 things. Glacial Chasm, fuck! That's you can't take damage, though. Prevent all damage, so loss of life still plays. However, I know about this Punishing Fire. Yep. Damn. Yeah, there's no out to a land in this deck. Other than comboing through it, of course. I still have the Doomsday that could do something, maybe. Well, they have to sack the Glacial Chasm if they want to attack ever. They keep playing fast and loose with their life total. I could draw Witherbloom command, cast a spell, and they die. Right, well, now they're also waste-locking me. And they just took me off green, which is the right thing to take me off of. 2 Dark Rituals. Am I dead? They... 1, 2, 3, make Merit Lage, untap. I think they're a mana short of firing both Phoenixes. Yeah, I get a turn of blocking here, I think. But they can also just not make Merit Lage and loop their... Oh wait, no, I don't get a turn of blocking. Or, oh no, they are taking the conservative line I was just describing. Yeah, they can just not make Merit Lage and instead waste lock me out. I know they have Ghost Quarter in hand. Okay, they're copying Chasm. Yeah, they're on the full controlled deck here. Now they have 2 Wastelands. Yep, never had a chance here. Well, I had a chance. They're at 3. But this was painful. A Ghost Quarter plus Wasteland. They're going to squeeze me out. I was a little short here on the overall strat. Well, what happened was they had 2 fucking Punishing Fires in their hand on the turn where I Thoughtseized them with the combo. Okay, so they have to do something different with their Glacial Chasm this turn, or with their whatever this card is, Thespian Stage. Right. I guess, yeah, sacking it's fine. They know they've won this game. They don't know that I have 3 rituals in my hand, so there might be some universe where I can sneak the correct number of spells onto the stack. Doesn't seem likely, though. Alright, the Chasm's back. Sacking Dark Depths. Wasteland. Yeah, they're playing smart. I really needed them to play bad and give me a window to sneak 3 damage in, but they're not going to let me do that. Oh, you teasy little fuck. Oh, wait. Is this good? Hold on. Oh my god. They just fired my Phoenix. I can Dark Ritual, Witherbloom Apprentice, Dark Ritual again, put them to 2. That doesn't actually do anything, though. My life is shit. This is so close. They go to 1. I actually have a huge chance here. They did not go to 1. They have enough wastelands that they can waste my fetch land and waste what comes out of it. And that's just not even a concern at this point. Oh, there's the Ghost Quarter. I don't think I can fetch my Grain Source here. I think I have to give myself the chance to... Like, if they waste me off green right now, then I don't have it forever. But they can take me off lands entirely. They have both their land drops right now. And 2 wastelands. Oh, if I draw... Oh, what can I draw? Okay. They did keep the Chasm buried alive. Okay. I mean, I can make them do some more work. Dark Ritual, buried alive. I just buried my Sedgemoor Witch. Okay, I mean, here's this. I don't know if this is good. If their Tabernacle is still in their deck, or if I am just infinitely locked out here. They did go to 1 at some point. Oh, just now to keep Chasm. So now Witherbloom Apprentice is lethal. If I can assemble... Like, yeah, if I just amass mana in my hand, if I just like get like land petal in my hand and all at once deploy the squad. Stage Wasteland. They waste me off my last mana. Stage can copy Chasm next turn. Yeah, I actually... There is something resembling a coherent plan to win this game. And if they buy back Punishing Fire too many times, I'll be over 21 to take a hit from Merit Lage. Yeah, they have to copy Chasm this turn, then Chasm dies. Oh, this game is getting weird. Okay, there's 1. I can't play it because of, obviously, all of the wastelands they have, the thousands of wastelands that they have. But I need to draw Petal. If I draw a fetch land, I'll play it. I don't think I'll fetch it. If they waste it, I'll just let it die, but I will play it. Ah, shit, they have Tabernacle. Okay. They found the Tabo. Now we lose. I guess that's still... Like, the plan is still the plan. We're just suddenly much more dead to Dark Depths than we were a turn ago. And Lotus Petal? Alright, that's not the helpful card. Yeah, now they can assemble Depths next turn, and we lose. And I don't have 2 turns to hit Lotus Petal. I only have 1 more draw step. Maybe they'll play weird and not put lethal on board for some reason. 1, 2. Oh, they're actually a mana short because Tabernacle doesn't tap for mana. Yeah, they have to spend 2 on the Loam and then Stage Depths. Yeah, they don't have 3 mana. I can run a runner Lotus Petals to still win this game. Oh, they're still chasming. Why? Oh, I guess, yeah, that does make sense. They do have to respect, like, Petal, Rit, Phoenixes. That not being Lotus Petal sucks a lot. They have to sack that again. Let's see how careful they want to play this Glacial Chasm situation. The Chasm's back again. Every time they do this, they are slowly creeping lands into play. Like, next turn they can Chasm and Dark Depths. Like, they do have a long-term plan. Chain of Smog. Does that help? I don't think so. Yeah, I didn't need that. I needed Lotus Petals. And the red mana off Rite of Flame, regrettably, isn't helpful at all. Okay, they used Thespian Stage on Glacial Chasm this turn. They found a second exploration. Right. They're playing this game very carefully around Phoenix, and I respect them for it. Ah, fucking fuck. I need some Lotus Petals. So Faithless Looting is not the worst thing I've seen. That does let me, like, if I find a Lotus Petal, I could leverage red mana into more cards with Rite of Flame into Faithless Looting. There's no, like, Funeral Charm in my sideboard. That's an instant anyway. Trying to think of, like, a 1-mana black card that leaves the opponent to lose 1 life. Okay, with 3 explorations, they should be able to make Merit Lage and hold up Chasm this turn. There's Chasm. And their last land drop gets to be Dark Depths, and they have finally maneuvered into this position where this works. Lotus Petal deck? Give me a chance? Nope. Alright. I'm sure my opponent thinks I was wasting their time this whole time, but we really were playing to outs. Yep. There's Merit Lage, and now we're dead. Okay. That was a crazy game. I'm 31 cards into my deck without seeing a single Lotus Petal, which is, I mean, something. But if I found them any earlier, I would have spent them earlier. It was only in, like, these last 5 or 6 draw steps where I was digging for them. But we're right there. They're at 1, and we have Witherbloom Apprentice. So close. I'm on the draw in round 4 against a Yorion deck, which is usually Death and Taxes, but lately that bug or 4-color Zenith Yorion deck has been picking up. I'm going to mulligan. This hand doesn't actually do anything. It's a Faithless Looting away from going into the Stratosphere, but I don't have one, so I'm going to ship it. Okay, this is much better. I just sent something to the bottom. What is the sequence here? If I bottom Ponder, I can go Thoughtseize You and then turn to Dark Ritual Burning Wish for the Buried Alive. 3, 4, 5. Yes, that does work. Okay. I'm going to keep this and send the bottom, or the Ponder to the bottom. I said bottom. Okay. Bayou. Please don't cast Thoughtseize. Oh my god. Oh, okay. That's not going to actually hit. No chance, right? No chance at all. There's some sort of Yorion Nick Fit deck. They name Force of Will. Nice try. Not even close. The bad news is they know my whole hand now, and it's pretty fragile. The good news is I have Thoughtseize. If I can strip a creature... Okay. If I need to Thoughtseize twice, I can now. That's pretty good. Like, if I do have to... If I lose my Petal to Thoughtseize, that slows down my hand, but if I don't have... But if I have to do that, then it doesn't work. Oh, a second therapy. Alright, well, I'm losing the Thoughtseize anyway. Or I could just let them cast Cabal Therapy. No, that sounds so bad. Yeah, I think that the Burning Wish is the most important card in this hand right now. My opponent said in the chat that they usually name Dark Ritual if they didn't see my username. Fooled you again. Their hand is Field of the Dead, Marsh Flats. Please don't draw Veteran Explorer. Okay, deck. Mana. Rite of Flame, Lotus Petal. Something. Plus his Oracle, you fucker. Well, I could wish for the Doomsday, and it could be time to try that plan. That's pretty funny. I guess it's not going to get better, right? Okay. How does this even work? I have to get red. And I want to be able to cast Thassa's Oracle. So red-blue. Okay, red-blue. I can wish now, Writ Doomsday next turn. Or I could just try to draw a mana source. Okay, you know what? My opponent over there has they're a Nick Fit deck that's currently functionally hellbent. If they draw a creature, I'm in trouble because they know all the cards in my hand right now. Okay, Dees, we're getting away with it. I'm lucky that wasn't a forest because there's probably a Dryad Arbor in this deck. I would have to guess. Alright, well, punished for making the wish, but let's move in on Doomsday. It's time. Dark Ritual Doomsday. Now what do I do with this? I think I want a fetch land and a redundant blue source in the pile. And Brainstorm to speed it up. So if I go Tropical Island. Oh, wow. Can I make a pile that Witherbloom combos if the Oracle fails? Can I Brainstorm into Witherbloom combo next turn? If I draw for turn, cast Brainstorm, that's 1 mana down. And then if I draw Apprentice, Smog, Petal, no, I'm going to be 1 short. And the Rite of Flame doesn't help me cast it. This is such a disaster. Pretty sure Brainstorm is involved here. So Brainstorm, can I get my deck empty next turn? So Brainstorm, Petal, Petal. Wait, if I have land, fetch land, blue source, fetch land, blue source, and the ponder. Yeah, a single cycle card actually gets this done, but I'm not actually playing any of those. Let's look at this pile. So if I draw Brainstorm, there are 4 cards left in my deck. I cast Brainstorm. There are 3 cards left in my deck. I crack my fetch land. There's 2 cards left. We can do this. Okay. Underground Sea on the bottom. Whoops. Oh no. I just unclicked the pile instead of making the pile. All right, no backup plan. Let's go. Okay, Underground Sea on the bottom. Ponder, Petal, Tarn, Brainstorm. Okay. There it is. Please don't fuck me up. Uh-oh, they're cracking a fetch land. We're in trouble. Do they have some technology for this? Please just put your in your hand and pass the turn. Okay. Brainstorm. Put back. Rite of Flame. Can I get all the way empty? If I put the Scalding Tarn on top, then use Lotus Petal to ponder. No, that's the same. Okay. I'm not going to get fancy here. Just put those 2 back. Fetch. And hope they don't have a removal spell. All in. Oh, wow, they're a Force of Will deck? Okay, I lose. Whatever. Alright, their 2 mystery cards were Force Blue card. I went for the Gusto there instead of the... I think it was right to just sit on the Burning Wish, like, honestly, but that was too much fun to ignore. Okay, they're a blue deck they're a deck that has Force of Will and discard spells. I'm interested in Veil of Summer. Chain of Smog is going to be really important. I need my other combos. I don't think the fair part of the deck is going to be remotely playable for Sedgemoor Witch. I don't mind boarding out a Rite of Flame, so it's in the Wish package. Thoughtseize is probably pretty good. They told me in the chat they normally name Dark Ritual on Cabal Therapy, so maybe I should board that out. That's a joke, don't do that. And maybe it's just Ponder. Or maybe I don't need all 4 Veils. Or maybe all 4 Veils are really important. Okay, I'm cutting Ponder. I can Burning Wish for that too. It's basically in the deck. Okay, I'm gonna keep this hand that has Veil of Summer in it. I'm gonna play one of my Petals and pass the turn here. This lets me Veil even if they Force of Will. Please jam Cabal Therapy. We did it. And I guess I need Tropical Island here because Ponder's in my hand. I could get Taiga for looting, but I think I'd rather Ponder. Veil of Summer. Cool. Chain's in my hand now. We're halfway there. Okay, cool. Fetch land to go with my Ponder. That's lucky. Ponder. Like I'm a real blue deck. Arclight Phoenix. You don't really want that. It does go well with the looting, but I'm not going to get up to 3 spells this turn because I'm not just going to spew off a Veil of Summer just to get 1 bird into play. I think this is a shuffle. And I'm going to pass the turn like this. Another one. Okay. It's Veil of Summer that too. Scalding Tarn can't fetch Bayou, which may have been an oversight, so I have to get Taiga. Which is fine. That is the one I wanted anyway for the looting. Bang. Oh, now we're buried alive. But we are also out of Veils. Buried alive. I can looting, see what happens if I find a ritual anywhere in my lootings. Buried Alive is good. I could also Buried Alive now, just put the phoenixes in the graveyard for the future. Do I expect graveyard hate? I guess looting doesn't disqualify. Still burying alive this turn. Found a Thoughtseize. I'm a mana short of any of that being relevant. I don't think I'm going to need 2 Buried Alives this game. Wait. I still have my land drop. 1, 2, 3. And Lotus Petal. No, I'm good. I can Thoughtseize and then Buried Alive. Yeah, we're in this. Discard these 2. All right, now I won't need 2 Buried Alives. Thoughtseize you. Please don't have Surgical Extraction on the Buried Alive I just discarded. That would be some bullshit. Where's pitching Brainstorm? Okay. This is the play here. I did my very best to miss, but let's make it. Okay, hooked on Phoenix. Here they come. Ride my birdies. Ride my birds. Don't do stuff, opponent. Okay, good. They didn't do stuff. Maybe I should have held back Chain of Smog in my hand instead of the land. Yeah, that probably would have been a better backup plan. And just a fair 2-mana Mind Rot on this board is actually insane. Okay, so they saw me Doomsday game 1. They lost to birds while I discarded Chain of Smog game 2. So they've seen everything my deck does. If they didn't have Graveyard Hate in, they will now. Which increases my interest in Sedgemoor Witch. Yeah, the Veil of Summers went to work that game. Opponent is on that mono discard strat. I'm gonna shave another Rite of Flame. I know it like kind of sucks with the Buried Alives, but Rite of Flame barely helps with Buried Alive anyway. And it doesn't help at all with Witherbloom Apprentice. Well, I have Veil. I'm gonna keep this completely functional hand. Being on the draw obviously sucks, but that's what I get for losing game 1. Wait, what the fuck? Did they misclick and keep when they meant to mulligan? Like, how is this going to happen twice in the same league where the opponent just scoops when there's no board scale? I don't know. Well, we're 2-2, and both of the wins were an opponent who didn't want to play game 3. Interesting. On to the final round. I am on the play in the final round against a Yorion deck. This hand looks really good. So I can Burning Wit. Yeah, this is a turn 1 set of birds. We haven't actually gotten to do this yet. Okay. Rite of Flame. Let's hope that this Yorion deck is actually Death and Taxes. Gonna get the Buried Alive, Petal, Dark Ritual, and bury some birds. This is where we get Force Willed. Okay. It didn't happen. In we go. Caw-caw! Okay. If they were Death and Taxes, they might have had like Solitude into Swords to Plowshares into we'll play a reasonable game now. If they were the green deck, Endurance or Force Will blows me out there, but I'm going to take my swing like they're Death and Taxes. Massacre and Meltdown both play against D&T, but those are both for the Wish board. I think I want the Decays in. Oracle's out. Oracle blew its one chance to shine. In my debrief at the end of the video, I'm going to suggest removing Doomsday. Spoilers. I do generally like shaving the Rite of Flame for the reasons we have discussed. And maybe I don't need Thoughtseize. Is Rite of Flame more important than Thoughtseize against what might be Death and Taxes? Maybe I just want all the mana available to me. So if this is Yorion Taxes, they're a deck that plays a bunch of Mindbreak traps in the board. So having a Thoughtseize in and Rite of Flame out are both steps in the right direction there. Compared to like going to 2 Thoughtseize for right instead of cutting one of each. Okay, I have Reverent Silence or Deafening Silence, just dual decks, green silence versus white silence, and then Meltdown and Massacre are all in the Wish board. I have another turn 1 set of Phoenixes. They kept 7. I'm in trouble. And this would even be a big Empty the Warrens. I guess I'm a red source short of Empty the Warrens. Grafdigger's Cage, huh? And Tormod's Crypt. And Tundra. Okay. So if they are D&T, it's a weird build. I can Burning Wish for Meltdown this turn. And then melt it down next turn. Oh, I guess I needed the Burning Wish for Buried Alive, though. This would actually be a good one for Doomsday to take control of. I think I'm going to wait a turn on that and just play my land. I guess Thalia could be a problem next turn, though. I'll play Lotus Petal now. I could also just Ritual out a Phoenix and start attacking. That exposes me pretty hard to Wasteland and removal. But it does clock if they kept just a super hateful hand. So that also plays into Mindbreak Trap. I don't know how stacked up this sideboard strat's going to be. I'm just going to pass. If this was like Chrome Mox instead of Lotus Petal, something that wouldn't cost me the resource permanently to make the move on, I would cast the Phoenix. Oh god, Ancient Tomb. What the fuck is happening? Wow. The year was 2007. This deck rules. Mox Opal also? Wow. I'm very excited. Well, I have to fetch in response to that. I have bad lands in hand. So the colors this doesn't make are blue-green, but blue-green does not actually do anything to support the hand that I have right now. It's probably still right to get the blue-green land, though. They have Lotus Petal to tie the room together. Yeah, I'll get the drop. They named Scalding Tarn. Okay, there's 3 more of those in the deck. Please don't draw one. Ponder. You're saying I was rewarded for fetching the blue? Okay, cast Ponder. Buried Alive, Petal. Well, I am actually going to keep this. Buried Alive, Petal. Do not shuffle. I think I'm just passing. Like, I can go +1 mana this turn by wishing now. It also plays around Thalia, but I don't want them to know what I'm doing. And I can't play around Mindbreak Trap anyway. Okay, I'm going to pass the turn and try to do this all at once. Shinten, that dies to the Meltdown. Oh god, if they have Karn, I'm in trouble. Urza is, I mean, powerful card, but honestly not that bad as far as, like, all things could go. I hope they just put Yorion in their hand. Okay, Yorion's in their hand with 1 mystery card. I hope it's not Force of Will or Mindbreak Trap. But even if my birds do end up flying this turn, I have to beat Yorion, Urza, and Trinket Mage. Okay, so I have to Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual. One of my black sources is also one of my red sources. I only need 2 red for this line, though, so that's fine. Okay, Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual, Burning Wish. I think I should have spent the colorless on that. Get Meltdown. Lotus Petal makes red. Red. I guess I'm not using this colorless mana anyway, so might as well Meltdown with the mana in the pool and leave my land untapped. Meltdown for X equals 1. That melts your Cage, your Crypt, your Needle, your Construct, your Ancient Den. Fuck all of it. And Buried Alive. Oh, we're in there. And way more than 3 spells have been cast. Alright, it's bird time. Even if we end up losing this game to the Urza and the Yorion, I'm pretty proud of this line. Meltdown, baby. Yeah, they're dead on board, and they have to tap Ancient Tomb if they're going to do anything. And I can cast the last bird. Oh no, I can't, because my red source is also my black source. If I draw a black or red source, I can cast my last bird. They probably thought their position was really good when they passed the last turn. And we did it. We got a real win from a real opponent who played all of the match to conclusion. 3-2 with this deck, with an asterisk. 2 of our 3 wins, the opponent just didn't show up to game 3, which is kind of weird that that happens once in a league, let alone twice. But I'm just going to chalk it up to the deck being too scary, and they didn't want to do that with their day. They just knew they were dead. The big feedback I'm going to give to this deck is that there's 2 things that kept coming up for me. One of them I think is kind of catastrophic and should be removed, and the other I think is a different sort of problem. But one of them is the Thassa's Oracle Doomsday. This deck is not really built to do this, and it's not free to just, like, it's not like, oh, LOL, I'll just wish for Doomsday when it's good sometimes. because the Doomsday deck is built to win the game after you Doomsday. Like, either that turn or the next turn, it's built to win the game right now with protection. And this deck is not built to do that. And the Doomsday deck is still taking a big risk when it casts its Doomsday. And so you can't just like put Doomsday in a deck that's not built to play it. And I think that turning Oracle into another Witherbloom Apprentice will help the consistency of the Smog combo, which we never pulled off once in this league. We were close once, but the lands opponent had the answer. So I want to turn Oracle into another Apprentice, and we can figure out what Doomsday is going to be when we clean up that slot later. The other problem with the deck is that the mana is pretty atrocious. And now that Thassa's Oracle is out of the deck, I think we can thin down on blue sources pretty significantly. Like, really dial in on the like Jund aspect of the deck. I guess that doesn't make sense because you have a lot more cantrips and you want them more often than the Witherbloom Apprentice. So maybe going Jund isn't the right answer, but there is some correct configuration of mana here that accounts for the fact we don't need to make a blue-blue Oracle anymore. I'll fiddle with that later. The final list in the video description will have wherever I land with these last couple slots. The Doomsday, I would really like some sort of card advantage option in the sideboard for the Wish package. There were a couple games where we had like Wish, but it didn't really do anything on solo mode. Like, the Wish is really good at finding the other half of a combo, but it really doesn't do anything on its own. And I think Galvanic Relay is the card I would want in that slot. Or maybe even like Night's Whisper, because if you do have to take 2 turns to like wish for and then cast the card and pull ahead, I think I would want to try Galvanic Relay first, because that gives you the lines of like turn 1 Rite of Flame, Dark Ritual, Burning Wish, draw 3 cards essentially. Or it would be draw 4 cards because 3 spells before the relay, and then it really sets you up for the following turn. Yeah, I think I want Doomsday to be a Galvanic Relay, Thassa's Oracle to be a 3rd Witherbloom Apprentice, and maybe Sedgemoor Witch is too much to hope for. Play a second actual Chain of Smog. I don't know, Sedgemoor Witch came down once and it was pretty reasonable, but it's not really a plan here. I'm not going to make you all watch my deck building process here, but those are the things I'm thinking about. The final list in the video description will have wherever I land after these 5 matches of play. And that's the league. Wombatics, your deck was a lot of fun. I think it's going like one direction a little too hard. I think of the 3 things it's trying to do, it could do 2 of them well, and you got to commit to 2. But we're currently on 3, and I think it is hurting for it. So I'm going to recommend hacking the Oracle and the Doomsday. Keep the rest of this deck mostly intact. Just focus in a little more on Witherblooming and give your Burning Wish a little more juice. That's where I'm going to take the deck. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Buy a shirt. Check out the Patreon. Whatever you want to do to support the channel, I appreciate it, and it keeps these videos coming. So I'll see you for the next one.